Hello, and welcome back to another Dokkan battle video. I know it's been kind of a while since I made one of these, and I've been kind of focusing more on Wuthering Waves for, there's a short period of time while nothing is really going on JP Dokkan, but I think we need to talk about what might be going on with the global sync, because at this point, things are just kind of getting ridiculous. Now, as we've seen last night, we will be receiving physical Rose dropping on the JP side of the game. Now, on global, this guy dropped on a very unique banner where it was literally just him as the new unit, as well as a bunch of just like other generic characters. So let me see if I can find this his banner, because it is kind of telling. What's the easiest way to do this? Is there a Realm of Gods character here? Yes, you. I just need to bring this up to show you why this doesn't make any goddamn sense to me. So here's Physical Rose, right? And I'm going to pull up his banner here for you. His banner, this kind of trash banner. I summoned this on a bunch of global just because I thought he was kind of cool and I liked playing around with him. I do have him 79%, so I can make a video on it. But so this banner dropped on global at the beginning, or actually at the end of February, beginning of March, right? This is what it looked like. A bunch of Dokkan Fests, 3 Dokkan Fest LRs, 2 Dokkan Fests, and then a bunch of banner characters, right? He did not drop with anything but himself, and then also the STR Kefla EZA, as well as the Universe 6 sub EZAs, right? That is what dropped on global in February. On JP, now that we know that he's coming out, I don't need to tell you what he does, because, I mean, we've already been through that, right? They also decided to tweet out this. A Trunks. A banner unit Trunks for his banner, which means that not only is JP not going to be getting this garbage banner, right? We are going to be getting a completely different Dokkan Fest banner than what Global got, as this global first unit comes to JP. That does not make any sense, because now where the hell is this Trunks gonna fall for Global? It just doesn't make any sense. And also you got to remember the fact that on JP, this guy is dropping after we've already started getting super EZAs in our celebration. Now, I've been talking about this a lot for Dokkan. I heavily believe that physical Goku Black is going to be getting a super EZA during the celebration, which also makes another confusing point as to where the hell that's going to be falling on global. Now, the same time that we've learned that Goku Black is going to be dropping on JP with a different banner, and with a banner unit that does not exist on global despite releasing first on global, I seriously tweeted this. Now, I'll just put it out there. I don't think I seriously has a place in the current Dokkan community. However, he is a very reliable leaker. And if you know anything about anything of what this means, it means that unfortunately a certain somebody is coming to global, and that somebody being AGL Dokkan Fest First Form Frieza, which we knew he was going to be coming to global eventually. These characters dropped pretty much the exact same time on both versions, right? March 5th, this banner ended March 5th. The issue is, right, how are they going to be able to sync the versions by September or by summer 2024 if we are going into June and we're doing these kind of massive fuck ups? I know it's 4 minutes in the video. This is going to help push down the video, but I have to say this is a mistake. I do not get it. Summer 2024 is typically from like June to August. I don't see how we manage to sync up the versions when global is going to be missing a banner unit, a part 2 LR in not only this celebration but also in Ginyu, a super EZA in whatever super EZA drops in this celebration, as well as Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, Topo, and then what else? And then a bunch of EZAs, right? I don't get it. I do not understand. Plus, you gotta remember, when Global is going to be trying to be getting this stuff, they're currently going to be getting one of the characters that they're missing in Frieza, as well as probably AGL Bardock. Hopefully they get a super EZA to compensate them, right? While we get physical Goku Black Super Easy, they maybe get physical full power Frieza. Who knows, right? And then they do some sort of sync up banner around Tanabata time. We celebrate Tanabata together, except the Tanabata banner, like, you know, the one that drops with the anniversary LRs on it? That banner just drops on global with the Dokkan Fest's, with Dokkan Fest Topo on it, hopefully. Maybe they do something like that. They put all the banner characters in the SSR pool that they're missing. They push forward a bunch of Super Easy A's. They drop some sort of banner to help sync up both versions, but I just don't understand where the direction is lying here, where we're further desyncing both the global and JP versions, leading up into when we were told the sync will be complete. It just personally does not make a whole lot of sense to me. But besides the silliness, global, you're going to be getting first form Frieza here. I heavily don't recommend something for him unless you're literally Goresh. He is struggling really, really hard right now. He just does not have a team around him. Like, his team is actually awful. Like, let's just take a look at this, right? His team is legitimately probably one of the worst that has dropped recently. It's just not good. I mean, you got Ginyu now, but you can't run him on here because you need special pose. None of these LRs are good except for Golden Frieza. Dodoria needs to be next to Frieza to do anything, right? Like, it's just not a good team. The only buff to this team recently has been Physical Kid Buu, who is on Planetary Destruction. He's not on the 200% lead, but he's at least on Planetary Destruction to give Frieza that massive 70% support. It's just that this is not a team that is viable in this day and age because extreme class characters are kind of terrible. If maybe you get an amazing slot 1 Super Easy A and physical full power Frieza, then maybe this team could be okay, but it just needs a lot of help. And then on the inverse side, JP, we are getting physical Rose. Now, physical Rose is in a much better spot now on JP than he is for the global side when he dropped, right? Because physical Rose, his whole gimmick is super bosses, and we have the anniversary, which dropped a bunch of super bosses characters as well as Topo, right? So you're able to effectively use better characters than what is available on global, i.e. Broly, who is just amazing, as well as the Broly Chila and Limbo character. So you have a lot of other characters that you can definitely use here with physical Goku Black. The only issue is he is going to be contested with Broly as well as Murzamasu for who's going to be wanting to use the domain, because you can only have one domain active at a time. They did mention that we will be getting a domain change in the future updates. I don't know when that is going to be coming. I hope it comes with Goku Black when he drops on JP, but it's just kind of a thing where, as it stands right now, you're kind of just, who am I using my domain on? And Goku Black doesn't really need his domain that bad. He does get significantly better when he goes into the Scythe mode. It's just that his domain effect isn't nearly as good as either Infinite Zamasu or Full Power Broly. So it's just kind of like, why would you even use it? That, and he has rare chances to do stuff. I personally think he's really fun to play with. It's just that he is a very RNG based character. I think he's a fun character. He's just not meta. He's not like a meta character. He'll perform fine in certain events if you get lucky, but he's one of those characters that, if things go well with you, he's the best character in the goddamn game. If things go poorly, he gets smacked by normals, right? Well, actually, he doesn't really get smacked by normals that bad because he has a damage reduction. Not really here, but in his base form. It's just that he kind of struggles on his own and will need help. And hopefully, again, if physical Goku Black Super Easy A's and is a rainbow, he's already a Rainbow Orb Changer, but he's also like a support, then that'll make this guy better. Let's just talk about real quick the AGL Shaft Trunks. Now, fun thing about this Trunks, he's actually the first character that they've acknowledged is no longer a teen for future Trunks, which is kind of amazing. That has literally never happened before. Again, which just makes it weird why it's not on global. Sorry, global Shaft. Trunks, he gets 50% attack and defense on super attack. He has an entrance animation. If there was another Future Saga category ally on the team, which gives all allies 3 ki, and he gets 20% chance to dodge, which is pretty good, and that lasts for a few turns. I believe Minato says, yeah, it's for 4 turns only, is how much that buff lasts for. At the start of turn, he gets attack and defense 60% up to 300% and chance to perform a critical hit and dodge. 10% up to 50% for each time traveler category ally. So he is completely restricted to the time traveler category. If you're not running time travelers, you are not running this character. When HP is 70% or below, chance to perform a critical hit and evade enemies' attacks plus 20%. So if you are on a full time traveler category with HP below 70%, and you have your intro active for those first 4 turns, he has an effectively 90% chance to dodge. Now, I don't know how that's going to get calculated. I don't know if it's going to be actually 90% or if it's going to be more similar to like a 70-ish percent. But I do know that at the bare minimum, this base 50 should stack with one of the 220s. So he's going to have around that 70% dodge chance. So I do think he is a solid character besides that. It's just kind of weird that he needs to be on a full-time traveler team. He gets attack and defense, or not attack and defense. He just gets attack plus 150% when performing a super attack. And then if you dodge 3 times in battle, starting from that turn, you will get an additional attack and defense 150% at the start of turn. So he's fine. I think he's okay. I just find it really weird that he is not going to be on global. Maybe he'll be unfeatured in the Frieza banner, but like I heavily doubt it. They have to just drop this guy on global at some point, and it's just weird. They have royally messed up this sync. They need to just do like synced celebrations for the rest of time, I think, or else things are just gonna get weird. Topo is going to be in a very large limbo state until they decide how they're going to sync up these games. But that's just my personal thoughts on things. I don't really know what they plan on doing with this, but things are looking quite messy right now. If you are on global, let me know if you're summoning for First Form Frieza, and if you're on JP, let me know if you're summoning for Rose. I think these are probably the worst 2 2024 200% leads, and it's kind of fitting that they're dropping at the same time again. But again, just let me know if you're summoning for them in the comments down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.